Now, what is the biggest misconception of you at this point?
The biggest misconception of me?
What's a wrong or inaccurate idea
Hmm.
people may have about Damien Styles?
Hmm. A wrong misconception that people may have about me.
Mm-hmm. If any.
Oh, I'm sure there is some. But I think that, you know, people are gonna have their opinions no matter what, so it's kind of like fuck your misconceptions. I don't
But is
really
there
care.
something that you just see repetitively as a misconception? Yes, people can have their own individual opinions, but is there a collective misconception here that you just seem to run across?
I think the only thing that comes to mind when you're asking that question is I get a lot of comments that are like, "Oh, he's biting off Lil Peep. He's just trying to be Lil Peep." And it's like, well, I mean, Lil Peep is a fucking legend, so the comparison is a high compliment, and I take it as one. And I understand that he is the person that popularized big stacked vocals, and I really think that's the only reason that they compare me is because I stack my vocals in a similar way. But I think other than that, Peep and I genuinely have similar influences. Like we both love Nirvana and My Chemical Romance, and those things find their way into our music. And so, and you know what? I love Peep's music. Like he fucking kills it too. But I think, if you really were honest and went through my catalog and then listened to his, you would very clearly see that I'm not just fucking ripping off Lil Peep.
Now, is it a coincidence that both of you stack vocals? Were you aware of him and his presence and his music before you stacked vocals your own way?
Yeah, I was absolutely aware of him. The person that actually made me want to try stacking vocals though was Kill Station. He had a verse on this song. I think it was Slipknot by XXXTentacion, who I'm very inspired by. Um, And when I heard that, it was just like this big wall of sound that I had never heard before. And I was like, man, when I come onto a track, like I want you to feel that power like that. So I started experimenting with stacked vocals.
Now, have you lost opportunities because of this misconception?
Nah,
If it's if it even is a misconception.
nah.
Now, speaking of opportunities, what's the biggest opportunity you received and passed on that you wish you didn't looking back?
That I wish I didn't.
Correct.
I don't think there's been anything that I passed on that I wish I didn't pass on. I try to lead by my heart, if I'm getting a feeling like I shouldn't do something and I choose not to, I trust that there was a reason.
And on the opposite end of the spectrum, what's been the biggest opportunity you received and accepted and glad you took in retrospect?
And glad that I took. There's been a lot, man. This interview being one of them. um, yeah, I think doing some shows with the homie Garden, a lot of concerts. My bro Honest Dave brought me out to a few shows. I think I just always love performing. So any chance that someone has given me to come perform with them, I'm always grateful and always excited to come fucking tear that shit up. So those have been some big ones.